I think about the way you're going to introduce us. It makes me happy.
Are you ready for this? Ready for this? Welcome to Untamed Thoughts. Hi, Jaclyn.
Hi, Brandi. We're in the same room.
We're in the same room. We're in the same state. Screw the room. We're in the same state. Can you believe it, you guys?
Oh my gosh.
Look who's sitting next to me.
And I have traveled a long way.
Yeah, you did.
I made a loop around Texas and half of America
Yeah, I did.
to get to this couch.
And isn't it lovely?
It is so
I'm so
lovely.
glad that you did.
And
hot tea cheers.
Hot tea cheers. I've got Brandi's big mug of tea.
I also have my own mug of tea.
She gave me some Lime Life products because I've literally been up since 3 a.m. and it is now
3 a.m. That's California
time. I got up at 3 and it's now 10:30 Texas time. And I walked into her house at 9, just
exhausted.
and she said, "Here, let's wash your face with some Lime Life products, and here, put this lotion on, put this oil on," and I'm totally refreshed.
Yay!
With your tea and moisturized and happy.
Feeling lovely. I'm glad you feel lovely.
Lovely.
I'm glad you feel lovely. So, tell us about your trip. Did you have a good trip?
Yes, because I landed.
That's always a good thing.
I landed. The best part about my trip was I rented a car. And see, before when you rented a car, you would go up there and you would have to show them proof of insurance, card, all of that,
right.
and then they would, whatever car you booked, they would drive up to you and hand you the keys and off you'd go. Well, nowadays you book a size of car,
Okay.
and they lock in that price for you, and then when you get there, they check your ID, they get your credit card to hold. And then they go, okay, go to zone. Mine was zone 2. Go to zone 2. Those are all the mid-sized cars. Take your pick. So I got to do a little car shopping today.
That's kind of nice.
It was.
What
kind
did
of
you
cool.
pick? I need to know.
I picked a Kia Soul.
Oh, that's boxy.
Well, compared to it wasn't like a fancy car lot. Well,
they're
it
little
was
cars, so
in the other zone called premium, but I was in the mid-size. So
I would have done the same thing.
I had some Chevy Malibus to choose from. I had the Kias to choose from and a Toyota that I wasn't feeling. So I chose the Kia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Something different.
That was the upside. But I woke up at 3 and I Ubered from Long Beach to LA. And it dawned on me last night that I booked the flight going into the wrong airport. I flew into the wrong airport.
Whoopsie.
Which added a 2-hour drive onto my travel time. Because I needed to fly into a different airport. I usually fly into Houston, and I needed to fly in to Bryan.
Yeah.
And I flew into Houston.
That's a 2-hour drive.
That's a 2-hour drive.
But you got to see more of Texas that way.
I did. And I jammed because I get free satellite radio.
Oh, nice.
So I got to jam. And
that's fun.
Yeah. But it started at 3 a.m. And as you guys know, and Brandi knows, I am really into true crime. And I was packing my bags and getting all of my stuff together for the trip, and I was watching a new true crime show called Evil Lives Here, and it's on Amazon.
Okay.
If you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's actually kind of cool. I don't like reenactments of true crime, and they have some reenactments, but they do a good job. Mm-hmm. But it puts you on alert, this show, the way that it's narrated and the way that it's documented. It kind of makes you, because the opening is the horrific crimes that this person did, and then it's a black screen and said, Sally married Bob and had no idea what he was capable of, but there were signs. And then all the other words fade from the screen except for the word signs. And so now it trains your brain to always look for the signs.
So you see the weird things in every person you're around.
Yes. So I feel bad about the thoughts that I had about my Uber driver at 4:30 this morning.
You got to be cautious. I mean, things have happened in Ubers.
Right, because there was a true crime about the Uber driver that went on a shooting spree, and it was 4:30 in the morning, and it's just me and this guy who's driving me to the airport, but he's going like 75, 80 miles down the freeway at 4:30 in the morning. There's no other traffic, and he keeps looking in the rearview mirror.
Ooh, creepy.
And I was just on alert.
So do you think he was looking in the rearview mirror purposely to look at you, or do you think he was looking in the mirror to check for other traffic?
Well, it's kind of hard to do when I'm looking this way and just judging my peripheral, because I felt like if there was eye contact and there were signs that I would usher them in.
Try to, talk to you or something.
And he did try. And he was like, so where are you going this morning? I was like, to the airport.
You don't need to know anything else about me. It's bad enough that you know where I live now.
I didn't think about that.
Oh. Sorry, friend.
That's okay. That's okay. So I get to the airport and I check in my bags and I get to my gate and I'm sitting and the flight's full.
That's weird on a Memorial Day Monday.
They're asking for volunteers to go on another flight. It's completely booked. And did you know that on United you have to pay if you're not paying for a premium boarding ticket, you have to pay for a carry-on?
When did that start?
Apparently around October.
I was going to say, because the last time I flew, that was not the case.
You were allowed one carry-on, one personal, but now you have to pay like $35.
I'm glad you told me that, because in July we're going to be flying United. I need to know these things.
Yes.
Because now I have to check a bag and pay $50 for that.
Well, it's only...
Or $25.
Yeah.
And then now I have to pay $35 for my carry-on. What about your personal bag? Is that still free?
That's still free. But they are very particular about it. Very particular. So I packed everything in my suitcase. I didn't take a carry-on because it's cheaper to check the bag than it was to carry on.
Yeah, that's retarded.
And I have this purse, and I had my work laptop, my Chromebook, my tablet. I look like I had just robbed
an Apple store.
An Apple store. And everybody's looking at me like, there's a way to condense all of that into one device. And I'm like, yeah, but I have 3 jobs. And
yeah,
they're
so
all
I need a device for every job. Or 2.
And then if I want to make a phone call, I don't know. And, but, so I'm stuck in the middle seat because now, you have to pay for your seats.
What?
If you want to book, if you want to make sure, if you want to pick your seat.
Yes, I knew that.
Okay, so, it was $9. But I'm glad that I did book it because I was thinking it's Memorial Day, nobody's flying. Should I pay the $9? Shouldn't I? I'm glad that I did because it was booked.
Yeah.
So if I hadn't, I might have get kicked off.
Yeah, for sure. You'd have been standby.
Yeah, because there were like 10 people on standby by the time I got to the gate.
That's a lot of people on standby for one flight.
But I was stuck in the middle between 2 folks,
especially at that time of the morning.
Yes. And I accidentally, so I encroached on the personal space of one of my seatmates and didn't realize it.
Oopsie. How did you manage to do that?
I kind of grazed her thigh.
Ooh.
Was
she reciprocal, or is that a word? Is that the right word?
I think so, yeah. But she was asleep, so I didn't wake her. So that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. But I still felt weird about it.
I think I would have too. You're touching a strange
I'm like, I'm so sorry I grazed your thigh, but you don't want to wake someone up and say, hey, I think I inappropriately touched you, and before you go on the Me Too movement, I wanted you to know that was not my intention. I'm not Joe Biden. Nothing against Biden. I'm just saying there's a thing going on.
Yeah,
what, you don't want to... Have you paid attention to anything about Joe Biden? Like, what... Is it because inappropriately close.
I have no idea what you're even talking about because I don't watch the news like that.
Okay, well, if anybody understands the jokes that are going around with Biden and purple and personal space, if you could clue me in on it.
Enlighten us.
Because that joke went into my head like, I'm sorry, I'm not Joe Biden. I didn't mean to encroach on your personal space. And then I went to the restroom, so I annoyed this seatmate. I mean, they just loved me, both of them.
You know, these are reasons why part of the reason why I always choose an aisle seat.
I wanted to, but they were $15.
I would have paid the $15.
Oh, I was wrong.
I'm that one because I can't sit by the window because I'm terrified of heights. But I love to fly, so that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
No, that does.
But I cannot sit by the window and do it. I have to be able to, I cannot feel trapped. I need an out.
Oh.
But only when I fly.
Okay.
It's really strange.
But that's
I don't ever feel that
you
way
being
otherwise.
scared of heights, but loving to fly is not so strange to
It's
me.
not?
Mm-mm. Because I hate heights. I don't like heights. But you know what someone told me, and it makes sense?
What?
We're not actually afraid of heights.
You're afraid of the falling.
You're afraid of falling.
True story.
Yes. And we also are very logical people.
Yes.
And we know that it's more dangerous. Like when I drove from California to Texas, that was more dangerous than me getting into a plane.
Yes.
However, as soon as I landed, my phone has alerts, news, and as soon as I landed, a news alert came on and said United flight. I flew United.
Yeah.
Which was gorgeous, beautiful. This is not a dig on United. They were wonderful customer service, amazing flight, very smooth. But as soon as I landed, it was the first news thing that popped up about another United flight that got diverted.
Okay.
Because the engine was throwing flames out like a flamethrower.
Can you imagine being on that flight?
And
I hope none of you were on that flight.
Yeah,
but if you were, I need to hear how terrifying that was, and I'm so glad that you're okay.
I'm so glad that you're okay. You still got to spend your holiday in Hawaii.
Is that where they diverted?
They were flying back from Hawaii, and they had to divert because the engine was throwing flames. But the way that my mind, because I have to fly back, logically compartmentalize that it's exactly like driving down the side of the road and seeing another car with their engine on fire. Doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. True. Right?
Right. I guess.
That's what I'm telling myself.
I mean, that's what I would tell myself.
Yep, that's exactly what that's my logic.
I mean,
not changing it.
Don't blame you, because then I'll never fly again, and neither would you. And we live too far apart for that.
Exactly. We have to fly, because this sitting on the same couch
is amazing.
So
I don't even know whether to look here or here.
So we're just gonna
go back and forth, and y'all are gonna have to just deal with it, okay?
I love this. This is so much fun.
It is so much fun.
And the reason why, I'll be transparent, the reason why I flew down here was not for pleasure.
No. We
have a family medical issue that we're dealing with and we're facing, and so I flew down this morning, and I went straight to a hospital room, and then came back, ate dinner with my sister and her family, and then
jumped in the car and came here
because we have a podcast.
We have work to do.
We have work.
Doesn't it look like we're working?
And this is therapeutic.
Yay, I'm so glad that
Every week since we started this podcast, I can't imagine my life without a Sunday, even though this is Monday, but without a Sunday of us
chatting.
So,
or a Saturday.
Or a Saturday live.
Yeah, Saturdays are weird without you.
Yes. And this recording is actually going to go very smooth because I feel like we're in the same room when we're not doing technical and all of this.
Exactly. As long as they can hear us, we're good.
We're awesome. Because on Sundays, it takes us, we don't have to record, but we end up recording 4 hours. Like on and off.
Most of the time it's because we just can't shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be real, right?
After we're done and we say bye to you guys, we talk for another hour. And then we get off of our Zoom, and then we call each other on the phone. And John's like, what are you two talking about?
And we don't ever know.
We just had more stuff to say.
Apparently, I keep telling her we need to record all of our conversations, including our phone conversations, because some of the shit we talk about when we're not recording needs to be recorded.
Yes.
Sometimes not so much.
There will definitely be some, come on. I worked for government. I was military. When you black things out and top secret documents. Redact. There would be a lot of redaction.
Yeah, there would. Yeah, there would.
But we took a minute to make me look less like I was in a zombie movie.
I love that we came up with the same word.
Because that's what it was. I mean, let's be honest. I walked into her house
I don't feel like it was near as bad as she thought it was.
No, but I could see this flicker going over Brandy's face like I thought you were going to be ready to go on camera.
Who cares?
So we were getting me ready, and we were sitting in there doing makeup, and it hit us both at the same time, and we were like,
we're 14 again.
We're 14 again in the same house doing makeup, her teaching me.
Yeah, it was bizarrely comfortable.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you? It was very bizarrely comfortable. Like, that's just where we were supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. And I learned that I have not been washing my face correctly for 39 years.
You probably haven't either. Just so you know. If you need to know, hit me up on Facebook. I'll teach you.
No lie. We were talking about this as we were going through the regiment. No lie. If you have not done a consult with Brandi about your face, you need
if you have skin,
one.
you need what I have.
I came in.
Let's just put it that way.
And I had like just probably from dehydration and
flying does that to you. It dries you out.
And the coffee that I've had today, so I was flaking. It really did dry me out, and I feel like it's a velvety.
Yay!
Y'all need to talk to her seriously. And I got some.
I got good goods. Good goods. You need good goods. So listen, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, we still
there's that. Doo doo poo poo caca. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Oh, and we found out that our internet.
Oh yeah, that
exact
was
same
super
name.
Weird.
Because
it's like exactly the same.
I went to hook up my Chromebook where I have my weird story, and I was like, why is it trying to connect to my internet at home? My signal's not even that good when I'm sitting in my living room.
Right? Oh wait, that's mine. Can you believe that? What are the chances of that? Like,
because it's letters and numbers, and they are the exact same.
If that's not meant to be, I don't know what is.
This is crazy balls. It's crazy balls.
It really is. I mean,
but I did find my weird story.
Okay, let's hear it. While I try to remember mine because I suddenly forgot what I was going to say.
And since we were talking about flying, so that
and it correlates.
It correlates with flying, flat Earth.
Oh Lord! And back to this flat Earth crap
and job seeking. So
I'm interested to see where this is going.
NPR. Who doesn't love some NPR? It's like meditation for the news.
Okay.
You know?
I believe you.
It's very liberal. Very. Let's not be offensive.
I can't get behind that because things that come out of my mouth are offensive.
I know, but they're very calming, the NPR. Have you ever heard an NPR radio?
No.
You might as well just be soothed to sleep.
Oh, maybe I should try that when I'm trying to go to sleep.
It's very y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but it's very TED Talky. NPR news sounds to me like a bunch of people doing consecutive TED Talks.
I might could get behind that. Maybe I need to check that out.
It's just, it's a...
not as motivating?
Right. But I'm going to say her name is Sasha Pfeiffer.
Hi, Sasha Pfeiffer. Thanks for this article.
Yes, and she writes for NPR, and the headline is, "Do you love lying in bed?"
Yep. Yes.
Get paid by NASA to do it for research.
Ha! NASA's close to me. I can do that.
That is true. Oh, well, you can't stay here. So if you've ever wanted to get paid to lie in bed, NASA, the European Space Agency, and the German Aerospace Center are offering $18,500 for people to lie in bed for 2 months. And
Wait a minute. $18,500 pay for 2 months of lying in bed. How long does it take to get bed sores?
Well, you can turn. You just have to be in bed. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of being preemptive on this.
I wonder, how do you pee? Should I get a catheter? That might be amazing. I mean, the catheter part might not be so wonderful, but...
Would 18,000... Just telling... Okay. Because everybody has those weekends where you have nothing on the agenda, so you're like, I'm not moving. And it's probably about mid-Sunday where I start to get, okay, I have to do something. So how long do you think you could last?
Not 2 months.
For 18,500?
I mean, maybe.
And you would be in Cologne, Germany.
Well, what the hell does it matter where I'm at? I'm in a bed and I can't do anything or see anything, so...
Well, I would just think that the motivation is that, hey, I'm about to get like half a year's... For some people, that's half a year's salary for 2 months. And afterwards, I can take an extra week and explore.
And make my muscles come back to earth?
Yes.
And can you have electronic devices?
Let's see. So it's part of a study.
That might be a deal breaker for me.
Designed to better understand how the body adapts to weightlessness. The agencies are currently looking for people who are female. Oh. That's us.
Yeah.
Between the ages of 24 and 55.
That's us.
And who speak German.
Oh.
I took 3 years of German. And
you can say sit in German. I know that because you had a dog that only knew German.
Yep. My sister taught it.
I thought your dad did that for some reason.
No.
Why did she teach it German?
Because she was trying to get an A. So she spoke it, and nobody would speak German with her. And then I had to do everything. I think I got a B.
She got the B.
No, she got an A.
Oh, good for her. Good
got a B. But I don't know enough
language.
German. The official name of the study is Artificial Gravity Bed Rest Study, but there's a catch. Those chosen for the job will have to stay in bed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 60 days straight. That means no getting up for bathroom breaks, bathing, or meals. And the money, well, it comes out to just shy of $13 an hour.
That's not enough. I'm sorry.
Not when they put it that way.
No, that's not I can't do that. I don't have the willpower to stay still that long. I want to know how you pee. How do you eat?
The total time period someone has to be available for the study is 89 days, plus several follow-up examinations in the years after the study. But before you apply, be warned. For the study, volunteers will have to lie in bed with their heads tilted slightly downward.
That's going to leave you
That's getting worse.
That's not a comfortable position.
Roughly 6 degrees below the horizontal. What's 6 degrees below the horizontal?
Hell if I know.
Then a lot of the effects that spaceflight has on a human body can be simulated or be reproduced. It is not to annoy volunteers, but it is to actually test countermeasures. Volunteers will also be exposed to artificial gravity to test if it can be a countermeasure to the effects of spaceflight. If the study finds that exposure has a positive effect, it may be used as an official countermeasure.
I mean, that part sounds cool. But
so you can get exercise while on the job. They say the organization has tested everything from jumping in bed to cycling in bed, plus other contraptions that can be mounted to the beds.
That sounds kinky.
A little. Swinging. Sex swing.
I mean,
I don't know.
I've seen worse things.
Okay, so
I can't do that. Could you do that?
Not for no.
Not to just
89 days.
That's a lot.
For less than $13 an hour. I was kind of trying to rationalize it up until the 6 degrees below.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that is, but
me neither.
That's my head forward, and that's not a comfortable position to be in for 2 months.
And if you have to lay in bed, I don't know where the caveat of you can jump in bed.
Me either. My abdominal muscles don't work that well.
No. Mm-mm.
sometimes I wonder if I still even have those.
But according to flat earthers, they're probably just, if you're a flat earther, tell me, do you think this is a conspiracy, or are they just trying to do experiments on us?
Ooh, maybe. I mean, they literally are doing an experiment.
Oh, that is true.
So,
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it
That's
is.
pretty much
It's an
exactly what
experiment.
it is.
Oh, I don't know. I cannot lay in bed for 60 days.
Mm-mm. There's no way. I could not sit still that long.
I would go crazy.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. I mean, are you going to have anybody to talk to at least?
And how are you going to eat with your head 6 degrees below normal or horizontal?
You can't lie horizontally and eat. That's conducive to choking.
I choke eating upright. Have you ever had something like Paul?
Yeah. The other day I was eating something. What was I eating? I don't even know what it was. But like a little tiny piece of it got like just stuck. Like I couldn't swallow it. And I drank and drank and drank. I had to cough it out. And it was like smaller than my pinky nail, but it would not dislodge. I had to cough it out.
Oh. I'm one of those that when I choke on something or drink something and it goes down the wrong windpipe, I get into a coughing, right?
Yeah.
But like everybody, but here's the thing, when I cough, I then have to sneeze.
Oh.
So now I'm coughing and sneezing and it's
you
usually
have all this bodily fluid just going everywhere.
So how attractive am I on a date? If things don't go right. And I eat like I'm in prison.
Well, I mean, you had to learn to do that in the military, right?
Yep.
You only have a few minutes to eat. You
You
gotta
only
figure
have
out how to get it in.
And you have to eat everything on your plate.
Keep it down.
Yes.
I couldn't do that. John says I eat like super slow, and I think he's full of crap.
I don't know. We'll go get something. Let's see. We'll time you.
No, I'm always the last one finished at the table.
Then it's
always.
super slow. It's super slow.
I like to chew my food really well.
Which is probably why.
You choke a lot?
Yes.
Because you inhale it?
Yes. But, so, in boot camp, you had to eat whatever was on your thing. Well, you're so hungry, it doesn't matter. But there was this one time I thought, I don't care. You can quarter deck me from now until the end of time. And quarter decking is when you're in trouble. So they take you in, like, if people get to have a shower or write letters home or prepare their stuff for the next day. It's a couple of hours at the end of the day. You get brought in the center of the room, which is called the deck, in the bay, and you get exercised. So mountain climbers, push-ups, running, and it's like
punishment. Yeah,
it's discipline reinforcing. It's not punishment.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
And one time I was like, I don't care. You can quarter deck me from now until I die. Because what got dropped on my tray was liver.
Oh.
And okay, first off, liver's gross. If you like liver, power
You're
to you.
weird.
It's super healthy. But I don't. I don't like
Me
the taste
either.
of liver.
I don't like the smell of liver.
No. But when you're not expecting it to be liver, I was expecting it to be like a Salisbury steak or something.
Yeah.
So and then I was like, whoa, no way.
So, did you eat it?
Yeah. Well, no. No, I did not. I did not.
I think I would have thrown it on the plate next to me and be like, that shit.
Eat that. Eat it. What kind of tea is this?
It's awake tea. Tazo awake tea.
It is
It's amazeballs,
really
right?
good.
Yeah. The longer you let it steep, the stronger it gets, but I was trying to hurry, so. I can't remember what my story is.
Not at all.
Not at all. I'm sitting here trying to remember and I can't.
Well, you wanted to ask me a question. And
I
you
know.
were saving
That
it.
was the,
Oh,
I think.
you were making tea.
I don't remember the question. I'm so thrown off that she's sitting right here in front of me and everything I knew forgot is gone.
This is amazing.
What was I doing? I was making tea
Yes.
and I said, I have a question for you. But
I'm
no,
gonna
wait,
wait.
I'm going to save it. I don't remember.
Oh, well. It'll come to you.
Eventually. We're going to have to sit here for 3 hours before it comes back.
Well, y'all better get some books or something.
Right?
Keep us on in the background.
I can't believe my brain just literally...
Well, it's not as though I've asked you to stay up until midnight.
It's not midnight yet.
Nope.
Probably pretty close.
We got an hour.
Oh, it's just an hour away. That's not bad. This is normal for me. I might go to bed, like get in the bed at 10 o'clock every single night, but I am up until 12, 1, 2, sometimes.
Doing what?
Trying to go to sleep.
Really?
Yeah.
Does your mind race?
No, I'm just there.
You're just
I
not
can
tired.
I can meditate. No, I'm exhausted most of the time, but I can even meditate. Just wake.
Do you do guided meditations?
I do guided meditations, and I guide myself through meditation.
Your guided meditations that you use, which one is your...
I can't. I have an app on my phone, and I can't remember what it's called. I haven't used it in a really long time.
I have a couple, and I tried a new one, and there was this. It was strange voice. It was, you know, the kind of voice that
Just
gave
kind of
you
gives you the goosebumps.
And I was like, this isn't working.
You know, that would make me sleep less.
Yeah, it was not working. And then I had to go find my other two meditations guided meditations that I like, and I had to play those like 4 times to get
it out.
that out.
Yeah.
Do you do crystals?
I actually don't have any crystals in the house at the moment. That's not true. I do have crystals in the house. They're in a garbage bag with the rest of my costume jewelry, because when we flooded, I had a huge jewelry chest, and it's 100 pounds or more. There was nowhere in the car to put it, so I was like, this can't stay here.
No.
We have to do something. So I took the drawers, turned it upside down, and put it in a garbage bag. So they're in my closet because I have nowhere to put all of that jewelry, because I do not have a jewelry chest anymore.
I'm gonna have to get you one.
So I'm gonna have to do. So I want him to build me one that hangs on the wall, that has a mirror on the like a full size mirror on the front, and then you open it, and it's my jewelry. That's what I want. What I'm gonna get is different. I'm sure. I don't know. We'll see.
An IKEA cabinet with.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
With some reflective contact paper.
No, that's not gonna happen, because I can go down to the glass store and have them cut me a piece of mirror real cheap.
I was building it for you.
I mean, together we can get that done. It might take us 2 years being states away, but
I know.
But we can do it.
States away. But doing the podcast with you, every week, I don't feel so far away.
I know, I feel the same way.
And I like it.
Me
Like,
too.
it was a weird feeling because it's been almost to the day 8 months. And what's weird is when I left the last time, my sister drove back to California with me. And as we were driving, she goes, when do you think you'll be back down here? I said, I'll be back within 8 months. Tomorrow will be exactly 8 months.
Wow.
Since the day I rolled out.
Manifested the shit out of that one.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know it. Don't say that when you leave.
Be back within 8 months. And, but when I landed and I was driving through, it was the weirdest feeling. Like before, when I would come back, it would, you know how they say you can never go home again?
Yeah.
And I knew it was home because everything's familiar except for 1488.
Oh yeah, that's totally different.
But everything's familiar, the air, the sky, just, you know, you're home. But I've always felt like I was visiting. And
Yeah.
I think because I was traveling back and forth so much this last year,
It feels more like home now.
well, no, it felt like I just drove to a house down the street from mine.
Oh, that's nice.
Like I pulled into my sister's drive and it honestly felt like I was driving from my house to...
That's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is. It's a great
It's
feeling.
going to make it so much easier when you move back.
There's a petition.
I will drag your ass back here.
There's
you know
4 signatures on it.
That's all we need.
There's 4 signatures. I cannot believe. And tomorrow will be the first birthday I celebrate here in Texas in 21 years.
That's right. Happy birthday, Jaclyn.
Thank you.
Can't believe tomorrow's your birthday and you're here.
39.
Your birthday is in
45 minutes.
less than
55
45
minutes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Nutsos. I've been looking forward to 45 ever since I was a little girl.
Okay, why is that the number?
I don't know.
You don't know, but that's just your magic
My
number?
earliest memory of, when you would play dress up?
Yeah.
Okay, and you would pretend that you were so important.
Of
Do you know
course.
what I remembered last week?
What?
I don't know if this is gonna send you through a Zoom like it did me, but my earliest memory of me playing dress up and acting like I was a professional, like really what I wanted to do with my life, was sitting in my room, and I had this triple deck. It was a record player, then a cassette player, and then the radio, and then it had these two big speakers.
I remember those.
And I had a microphone.
No way.
And I would sit in my room, and I would call the neighbor kids over, and I would record them, and I would interview them.
That's hilarious because, hello, that's exactly what you're doing right now.
And I did not put that together until last week.
That's crazy.
I know. That's what I was doing, was just interviewing and playing, and then I would record the interviews, and then I would play them back and DJ them off of the radio.
That's so funny. Do you know, now that you just said that, it reminds me of, do you remember console TVs?
Yes.
Okay, so we had a console TV in our house when we lived down the road in our mobile home. Yes, people, I had a mobile home.
No shame in that.
No shame in that. I actually loved that house. Anyway, it sat between, it didn't work anymore, and we had gotten a new TV, so they sat it between the dining room and the living room. And I don't know if you guys remember, if you're old enough to remember. Some of you are, some of you may not be. Google it, okay? The back of console TVs were open.
Mm-hmm.
So I would sit back behind the TV and pretend like I was in the TV. Look at us.
I love it.
We manifested that from childhood, and now we're doing it.
And I'm doing videos because this one, I said all I want to do is podcast. And when I was doing Anne Brie last year,
Yeah.
and I was like, hey, I just want a podcast, but I have tutorials, and that if y'all want to go back and look at it, you can. It was a bunch of Excel tutorials and stuff like that, but you were helping me get comfortable in front of the TV, because what's the one thing I always said to you? I have a face for radio.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
Have a face. I'm comfortable. It's all I've ever wanted was to have headphones, have a mic in front of me.
I mean, we can still do that.
People on the other side of the table with sound effects and a mixer board. I mean, that's just... And asking people. You know what it is?
Asking questions. You're a curious person.
Like,
naturally.
how are you?
Yeah.
Like, what makes you
What
you?
makes you tick?
I love that. And so I was thinking about that last week, and 39, and I was thinking about my birthday, and 45, and what maybe 45 is going to be big because it's...
Maybe we're going to be on TV?
Well,
Or
maybe
maybe
you're going to be on TV, but definitely my interviewing is going to...
Take off.
I'm going to get very comfortable in the interviewing. And,
You're already, I feel like, very
and the
comfortable. You look very comfortable.
Because I'm not even thinking about it. I get to ask people questions. And they have to answer me because they agreed to an interview.
Yeah. As an interviewer, let me just tell you that you have to answer the question, because
that's what you agreed
to.
You
have to answer the question. I don't know. Sometimes I didn't want to necessarily answer the question, but she puts it in a way where you have to answer the damn question. She's good at it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You were still my top listened to.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That blows me away.
I don't know why.
I don't know why it wouldn't. Why? That's weird to me.
A lot of weird stuff's happening this year.
Yeah. Weird good stuff.
Weird good stuff. But you used to play in TVs. I used to play in radio. And this is what
And now we're doing a little bit of both at the same time.
This is what we're designing. And it doesn't feel like we're playing.
No, yes, it does.
To me, it doesn't. It feels like we're having a lot of fun, but the feedback that we get, it feels like we're actually making people laugh. There's a purpose.
But when we're sitting here doing this, like, I feel like we're just having conversations once a week and letting everybody in on our little secret life over here.
I'm still waiting on the crazy stories to come in, though.
Yeah, we still need your stories. Send us your stories, people. We want to hear, because we're telling you ours, so share, please.
It's gonna be a great year, and then you're right behind me in July. What was your magic number? What was
44? I mean, I never when I was a kid did I ever think, oh, I can't wait to be this age. I don't remember ever thinking that, but probably since I was 36-ish, I've been ready for 40. And it's because I keep hearing people who are 40 or when they turn 40 say how amazing it is to be 40 and how I've been so much, my life is better. And in my 20s, I mean, your 20s that's ridiculous.
Beautiful.
You don't know who you are. You don't know who you want to be. You think you know, and you know nothing.
You're still listening to everyone tell you, like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily true, but it might be, but you don't know.
Yeah.
And then my 30s were really rough. I had a really hard time in my 30s. There was a lot of things that were negative that happened. But the tail end of my 30s, like the last 3 or 4 years, have been pretty fabulous.
Yes.
And they just get better and better every year.
And I honestly thought when people were like, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be comfortable in your skin. Yeah. And you're going to stop worrying so much about what other people... And I always so much worried about what other people thought and their expectations. And I always thought, no, I think you're just tired. That's what I thought. I think you just get to an age and you're just like, I'm exhausted. I cannot think about it anymore.
That's probably true.
I don't know, because now I'm truly...
I mean, and you're putting yourself out there. Both of us. We're putting ourselves out there way more than we were before.
And the first 5 times I went live, I would call you afterwards and go, oh, I'm going to take it down. I think it was too aggressive or it was too much. And you would say, no, okay, you can't be the mirror for yourself, so let me do it. Yeah. And it was fine. Yeah. And I even called you when I did the last talk. I was like, you got to tell me, do I take it down? What do I do? And you're like, nope, it was a great talk. Yeah. It was a good talk.
Matter of fact, I just reposted. If you're not my friend on Facebook, go find me on Facebook and watch this, because you need to laugh. One of my first videos that I did for Limelight.
Oh, I watched.
Did you watch it?
And Grace.
I don't know how I managed
this one
I don't know how I managed it, but literally, when I started with Limelight and doing live videos for the very first time, I had this huge antique mirror that was my uncle's that I sat in front of, and I had these stick-on button push LED lights that I had all around the mirror.
Like the kind you put in the cabinet?
Yeah. That lit up, and that was my lighting, and it was awful. Well, Limelight retails this amazing mirror called the Ricky Skinny Mirror, and it's got perfect LED lighting, and it's Bluetooth, and it's fucking amazing. Okay.
I know, I just sat in front of it.
You sat in front of the daddy version of it.
Oh.
Yeah. That's its big sister.
It was nice.
I've upgraded since then. Anyway, I had worked so hard to be able to get this mirror so that I could do my live videos in this mirror, because the cat just dumped all of her food over.
It sounded like not all of it went out.
Okay, well, enough. Anyway, so I earned this mirror, and I wanted to show it to my network, right? and I'm talking and everything is going great. And I go to show the mirror and bam, my antique mirror comes forward straight at me. Literally, it hit me right here in the top of the head. And I didn't say any dirty words.
That was amazing.
I know.
By the way, I watched it. And I was like,
I don't know how I
maybe
managed
if
to
I
not.
don't watch it and I just listen, I'll hear them. But no dirty.
I never said a dirty word. I don't know what it was that made me not say. I mean,
I think you were surprised.
I was shocked. I was absolutely, positively mortified. I was in our bedroom and John was in the living room or in our office, one or the other. And he comes running back there. Oh my God, are you okay? And I was like, I think so. The mirror's not broken. I'm not completely devastated. And then I got back on. I picked myself up and pushed the mirror back, got everything set back up, and I went back on Facebook Live.
Drinking her wine. With grace. And you could tell that you were hurting.
It would hurt. That was a heavy ass mirror.
You could tell.
I had a headache almost instantly.
Yeah.
But I refused to let myself stop. But I think that's why I posted that, because I was trying to think of, it's graduation season. I need to say something inspiring. I felt like I needed to say something inspiring. And I felt like that was the perfect example of, this is what life is going to do to you. It's going to slap you straight in the face.
Yep. Right on your noggin.
Yeah, while everyone's watching you. And it's going to absolutely humiliate you. But it's not about during that. It's about what happens after that. Yeah. And I think that's important that people don't realize, especially when you're in your 20s.
Well, and that's because you honestly feel like when people watch you fail or get humiliated, you think they're judging you in that moment, but they're actually holding their breath with you and seeing what you do after.
Yeah. That's what they're really watching, is how is she going to react?
At least in your 20s. I mean, high school's a little different. I think, but 20s
We're not
and
there
up.
yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Late 20s.
Because the crazy thing is, everybody has this stuff happen to them, and everybody's trying to go, well, how are you going to handle that?
Because I want to know what to do when it happens to me.
Exactly, or what not to do.
Yeah.
And you were a perfect example.
Well, thank you. I try really hard. I think I remember my story. I know I remember a piece of it.
Well, pieces are good. That's how some people with amnesia get full memories back.
Oh,
you just
really?
start with a little bit.
piece?
I don't know. I watched a Lifetime movie once, and it went well for them.
Is this a Lifetime movie?
I mean, couldn't it be?
Okay, you have a point.
If we had some cheesy background music,
we can do that.
we could totally.
We could totally do that. Okay, so this woman got arrested.
Oh, no.
But now I can't remember why she got arrested. It was something ridiculous.
What's ridiculous?
Oh my goodness, you guys. It was so ridiculous that I needed to tell you, and now I can't remember. Pull up Huffington Post.
Sure.
Because that's where I found it. I think it was Huffington Post Weird News.
Okay.
I don't have my tablet in front of me, and it's up on my phone, but if I look at it, I'm going to lose this slide,
Yeah, you
recording.
can't do that.
So I can't do that. I should have looked at it right before we went on, and I thought, no, I'll remember.
Of course, I do that all the time.
And then I didn't
And then
remember.
I lose it. Do any of those look familiar?
I don't know, just do that one.
Okay.
It's got to be somewhere.
There's the UFOs are real.
Yeah, I know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Some of these are funny that we're going to have to circle back to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It must have been on another page, or this is not it.
Should I Google weird news woman arrest?
I mean, you can. I don't know if that's going to pull it up, but why not try? I'm sorry. I'm like scratching my nose a lot. It's really itchy right now. I'm not even sure why.
I think I found it for you.
I know what it was. She didn't get arrested. I remember.
Oh, okay. What?
Something triggered me. Sorry.
In a good way.
Okay. First and foremost, do you like Japanese food?
Yes.
Like hibachi, you love to go sit and watch them cook
Yep.
in front of you. Okay, me too. I like it.
Lived in Japan
I don't
for a
like.
year.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay, so I don't like Asian food typically, but I like Japanese food.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoy watching them cook in front of me. I don't necessarily always enjoy the antics that they have.
Like the popping shrimp in someone's mouth or whatever.
That. I kind of just want you to cook my food and give it to me because I'm hungry, okay? But this woman apparently felt the same way. Because, you know, I don't know if they do this or you've seen this happen or not. But in this particular instance, this the chef was playing with them, and he has the little man that pees, right? I mean, you've seen this, right? She filed a police report for sexual assault because it peed on her.
But it's not real pee.
And it's not a real man.
So,
yeah.
okay, but who did she say sexually assaulted her?
The chef apparently assaulted her because he squirted it and it hit her in the face, and it peed on her face even though it didn't have a wiener. She said it was still a sexual type assault because it insinuated that it peed on her, and it was inappropriate to happen in front of her minor children. But it didn't stick in court.
Well, no.
Because it was a joke.
And there's a
a
line,
line.
people.
Yeah.
Guys, gals, y'all, people of the universe.
Don't take yourself so seriously.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real
There's
story.
a line.
Yeah, I agree.
What's the biggest thing that offends you? That you don't think would offend anyone else? That you're like, oh, maybe that shouldn't offend me.
Oh, I don't know. It takes a lot. Okay, no, I know. When you say, oh, well, you're just a girl. That irritates me from the depths. And I will rip your ass apart. Because my vagina has nothing to do with what I can do.
Right. Well, I mean, it has a little bit to do with what you can do.
Okay, well, but
and can't do.
I can still stand up and pee like the best of them.
Oh, yeah.
I got news for you.
Girls, if you don't think that you can,
you're wrong.
yep, it can be done.
They even make devices to help it be easier.
Ooh, have you seen the funnel?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not until that's
I'm going to need that one off camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to get rid of this. I'm sweating.
Oh,
It's
no.
hot in here.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Let's see. What offends me that should not? Nothing.
And I don't feel like that's offensive. It just irritates me.
Okay, let's talk. That's easier. So, I stopped by to get us some Starbucks.
Yeah.
And I'm watching the barista who was just a peach of an angel. I mean,
Okay.
she was just super nice and
Bubbly.
super cheery. But I'm watching her handle all the drinks, and she is doing... Okay, guys, I know. Okay, I know who I am, and I know not everybody looks at the world in a flowchart. Okay, I'm aware. And I try to remind myself of that, but when I saw her travel between 2 stations 4 times to pick up one thing and bring it over, I was like, this is an inefficient workstation, timeout, okay, this is what needs that. You need to have a prep, you need to have a da. And so that is an irritant.
To watch other people do something you know
That's
you
inefficient.
can do. Yeah.
And I see them doing more steps than they need to. Because I'm like, aren't you tired of being exhausted at the end of the day? Because
yeah. Let me help you fix that.
Yeah, let me help you fix that. 6 Sigma. is amazing. And then they immediately, their eyes glass over and they get very, very tired.
I can see that. I mean, yeah, I can see where that would irritate me.
Everyone.
Because I have some little instances where that happens to me, where I'm like, oh my God, just move and let me do it myself because I can do it 5 times faster than you, even with you giving me instruction.
Ooh, and waiting in line. Do you think that's definitely correlated?
What do you mean, waiting in line?
If I'm waiting in any type of line, I'm immediately
anxious. Like, oh no, I could wait in line for hours.
Oh, I can't. And what's
unless
weird,
I'm hungry, and then you better get through the damn line.
Maybe I don't eat enough. Maybe that's it. But one of the things on my bucket list is to camp out for tickets for something.
Why?
I don't know. I saw it on a lot of like Will and Grace, and I saw it on
that. I refuse
that
to
70s
do.
show.
Like on what is it? Stupid Black Friday.
We'll never do it.
It's not going to happen. Not going to happen.
I went to 2 stores on Black Friday one time 10 years ago, and hey y'all, how's it going?
Sorry.
2 stores 10 years ago, Black Friday. We'll never do it again.
I've never done it at all, ever. I refuse.
I can't.
What's the point? I don't understand that.
And why do the stores hide the stuff?
I don't.
There's electronics with the eggs.
That's stupid.
I don't understand. It's too stressful.
I agree.
And I'm trained for stressful situations, and I will not do it. Because it's, you know what it is? It's unnecessary stress.
Yes, it is.
So I wait for Cyber Monday. Good deals.
Or Small Business Saturday, or...
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I do all of my shopping on Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday.
You can still do your shopping on Black Friday online. Most of those places will actually give you a better deal online.
Because you're not causing damages to their store,
Exactly.
and they're not breaking up fights.
And they don't have to pay people.
That's true too. They don't have to pay for all the extra.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be June.
In days.
That means we're going, then Halloween, well, 4th of July, then
I saw in a
Halloween,
store the other day, somebody posted something on Facebook and they already have fall stuff out.
Yeah, and Christmas will go up in July.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know when that happened.
And we are at that age where we're talking about Christmas going up in July.
Yeah, we've become
So many things
adults. Yeah. How's that possible? Do you ever feel like you're not an adult, but you're really an adult? Like you're at that age where you're supposed to be an adult and like know wisdomy things and you feel like you're a fraud? Do you feel like that? Oh, every day.
Somebody will go, oh my gosh, that's so deep. And I'm like, I know, right?
Who's not? Where did that come from?
Look at that. I know stuff.
You say that to me all the time, like, oh my gosh,
That's deep.
And I was like, huh? What? From me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
It's weird.
Maybe that's our 40 and 45. We'll feel like we have gotten enough experience under our belt.
I don't know that I ever want to feel that comfortable.
Oh,
because then I might stop learning.
No.
And I don't want to ever stop learning.
Never. 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 I always go into, okay, well, that's not true. Okay, I've just recently started doing that. I used to, in my 20s and early 30s, I was adamant at proving myself, so I would have to be the authority. So I was very declarative with my statements.
Yeah.
I was very confident in things that I said, what I did. I was just a go-getter.
Yeah.
I was very ambitious, very go-getter. If I didn't know it, I was going to learn it. I wasn't going to ask them questions. And I think one of the biggest things that I've enjoyed the last year is that I'm like, I've stopped knowing stuff.
Yeah.
In that I still know stuff, but I start everything with a question. Instead of a declarative statement, I go, hey, how do you feel? Or what do you think? Or
what's your opinion?
What's your opinion on this? And the stuff that I do declarative speak to, It's a more softer, and it's backed up with evidence.
Yeah.
So it's a more evidence-based. And you know what's weird?
Or experience-based.
And what's weird is in my younger, I always thought that would show uncertainty or insecurity.
Yeah.
But what it actually does is it shows confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Insecurity that you're okay
with whatever.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yes, and me being analysis and inquisitive and problem solving by nature and in job, I have to remember that I have to take the scientific approach, and that is to disprove. It's never to prove. Science is never to prove.
It's always to disprove. Right?
Data is never to prove. You should never go into any sort of, if you're trying to, like when we were talking about peak times and videos and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
It was never, I would say, nope, we're not saying what it should be. I'm going to pull the data, we're going to read it, and I'm going to tell you what it is.
Yeah.
And that's where we plan from. And that helps me manage my stress, because you take that in other areas of your life.
Oh, absolutely.
Relationships, professional, personal, and you go, you know what? I go in there and I'm not going to say this is what it's going to be or what I expect it to be. Let me observe. This is what it is, but this is where we go. Here's what I
found. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what I found, and this is where we go from here. That's fun.
It is fun. See, growing up doesn't suck.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
The 20s does.
The 30s kind of did too.
I liked my 20s because of my offspring.
Well, I didn't not like my 20s. I had a lot of damn fun in my 20s. My early 30s were brutal.
Yeah.
But
my 20s were like, because I had my baby at 22, and from then it was just all about him.
Yeah.
And making sure he had the best of everything, and we were doing everything that we could for him, and all of that. So it was a lot of stress because I was working multiple jobs. I've never worked just one job.
I don't know that I have either.
Except for the military. No, even in the military, I held a second job. I've never worked one job.
I don't know that I have either now that I think about it.
We hustlers.
Well, yeah, no. I was going to say in high school, but no, I babysat.
Yeah. We held 3 jobs each in high school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because 4-H was a job. For me,
I did babysitting, the marina, and fast food.
I did the electronics company.
Mm-hmm.
And 4-H and babysitting.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I left the electronics company, there was a stretch in like from 17 to 20 where I only had one job.
So why do we not want to go work for NASA and sleep for 60 days?
I don't know, because we don't know how to sit still.
Oh, that's true.
Because we each have 3 jobs right now.
I feel like we should want to.
I didn't say that I didn't want to. I said that I couldn't.
We need a vacation.
But we can't go together because then it won't be a vacation.
Yes, it will.
You think so? You think we could do that?
If we were, okay, imagine us working, because that's what's going to happen. But imagine us working on our separate stuff and our together stuff on a beach with fruity drinks in between sunbathing and good food.
I mean, I can get behind that. Maybe we do need a vacation. Who's going to pay for it?
It's a working vacation.
Who's going to pay for it? We need a sponsor.
Apple. You're up. Promo code.
Something.
Need a working vacation.
For real.
Ooh, for any of one. Okay, well, I'll just throw this out there because there is a company or something out there, and it's called Remote. And have you heard of this? And you can.
I've heard of it.
You join like this co-op of people, and they take you in groups of 12, I think, and you travel and you work in groups.
That sounds fun.
It does sound fun, but you definitely need to be, unattached.
I can't do that. I'm too attached.
I'm too attached. I mean, he's about to go off to college.
Yeah, but...
Which means I'm about to go off to college.
No, it means you're coming home.
He said at 6, will you move to college with me? And I said, sure, sign right here.
Mm-hmm. Except for, you've already promised me that you're moving home.
I said, she threw out the word promise. Like, I want a goat farm. And I don't know if I can have a goat farm in Long Beach.
Probably not.
In my neighborhood, I can't have a dog that weighs more than 35 pounds.
Wait, what?
They
limit the size of your dog?
Yes, but you can have 2 chickens.
That makes perfect sense.
Doesn't it? 2 chickens. 2 chickens per, depending on how big your yard is. And my yard's big enough that I can have 2 chickens and a 35-pound dog.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to get chickens. And they need to be Bonnie and Clyde. And I want to see how many eggs you get.
Okay. I'll get a couple of chickens. I remember helping one of our, I'll call him a friend. And he needed help showing his chickens because you have to hold them upside down. And then the person that was supposed to be helping didn't show or something. So we got recruited. And those damn things, just like their heads, I was just, it was awful. I got so beat up that year at the fair.
Yeah.
I got kicked in the head by a calf. My pig sent me to the hospital. I got pecked to death by chickens.
Not to death. You're still here.
It was
Chickens
a lot.
stink. In case you don't know,
and culling chickens is not fun.
Oh, I mean, the culling part's not bad, but...
Do you know what you have to do?
Tell the city not for culling.
Okay.
Culling is not the same as doing away with.
Okay.
Culling means separating.
Okay, but then there are some times after you separate
that they have to meet their maker.
And how do they meet their maker, Brandi?
Do we really have to be morbid on here?
It's not morbid, it's farming.
Okay, it is.
This is Agriculture Corner with Brandi.
So to be fair, we ate the damn things. They went in our freezer.
You never... Okay, the only time that you kill something that you don't eat is if to put it out of its misery.
Yes. So you have to cut their heads off.
That was second period at our high school, by the way.
And they don't necessarily stop moving just because you cut their heads off.
No, it's an actual thing. That saying is true. A chicken with its head cut off.
That's why there's a saying.
They go nuts.
They go nuts.
But there's also a way you can snap their neck.
That's the easiest way to do it.
That's the easiest way. Less bloody.
Yes, it's less painful for them too because it's much more instant. But the worst part is defeathering. I could live my entire life and never have to do that again. I will live the rest of my life and never do that again. Let me just be clear.
I'm going to get her chickens.
I had 150 chickens in my garage one time.
Why?
Because...
Did you knock over a chicken truck?
No, for the fair. We raised chickens and we put them in the garage.
Oh.
My entire garage was covered with chickens. This is why I don't like chickens. Because do you know what that smells like? And we have to go in there when we're raising chickens. Yeah, you know.
It smells like chicken shit.
Yeah, smart ass. 150 times chicken shit.
It's a lot of chicken shit. Imagine your worst relationship.
Times 150.
Chicken shit.
Yeah, and you have to go in and change shavings every few days, and it was never again.
I loved my pig. Pigs are actually the cleanest animal.
They are very clean. Pigs are extremely smart.
My parents, because you raise to go to market, and the whole week before the fair, when I was supposed to show, they made me watch Charlotte's Web on repeat.
That's not nice.
They got attached. And they still deny eating that pig, and we ate that pig for a year.
For a long time, I remember that.
And it was the best pig. I fed my family for about a year on that pig. Mm-hmm. And they were like, I can't believe you killed the pig. Really? Well, you just made a BLT. So you're welcome. We haven't had to buy meat in 3 months. You're welcome. It's good pigs.
I mean, that's really the best meat you can get.
If you feed them right.
You have to. You can't feed them crap because then you just get crap.
I think that this agriculture corner has to be a mainstay because it's part of our identity.
That might be true.
I like agriculture corner.
I don't mind it. Kind of like it. Kind of know quite a bit about it. One day I'll tell you all about Angus beef.
So I came in. I went straight instead of turning to get to your house, and so I just took the loop, and it took me, like, literally, I just rode my childhood memory lane. Literally.
Around
the block. I was like, oh, that's where we used to run away, and this is where we used to hide out, and da-da-da. And I just saw, like, 2 or 3 houses for sale.
Yeah.
One of them has a pool.
You should move. Except for our street kind of floods.
A lot.
Only once every 24 years. You're good.
That is true, huh?
Yeah.
Once every 24.
Okay, well, some of those down there flood more often. But I'll tell you which ones.
Oh, the new house that got built that's on stilts? I was like, way to be extra.
Yeah.
It's really tall.
It's 12 feet in the air. That's 2 average sized men. Tall.
Standing on shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Not side by side.
No. She's got a point.
Well, we are at 1 hour and 11.
We are.
I don't think we have to do any. I think we can leave this unedited and uncut.
Potentially.
I like it.
Me too.
This was super fun. This is so weird sitting in this house at 11:30 at night after doing makeup and just talking.
Right? Do you feel... I totally feel 14 again.
I know.
It's kind of creepy. But in a good way creepy.
I don't have any boys to talk about, though.
I mean, I don't have any drama boys to talk about. Because...
Instead of talking about, oh, I wonder if so-and-so likes me. Oh, my gosh. We're like, so do you get hot flashes?
Yes.
Hey,
yes, I do.
What do you do for adult acne? Hey, I'm getting spider veins.
I can fix both of those problems, by the way, with One Drop Wonder.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Okay, so book a consult with her. This is not oh, I'm a friend, so I'm going to pitch her stuff. This is literally the best things that I've put on my skin. But the reason why I say that is because after you do the consult and she tells you how much of a product to use,
you should listen to what I say.
I'm out of my Sotox, and it's only been 30 days.
You're using it too much.
I use it a lot.
I can tell. It's going to be expensive if you keep doing that. That's not necessary. It
Portion
can last
control.
you 4 months if you do it right.
That's what you said.
Mm-hmm. Not 30 days.
4 weeks. 4 weeks. But look, I look younger.
It's true. She does.
And I've been using it on my hands, my elbows, my neck, and my hands again. So I'm just saying, book the consult whether you'll like it. You get free samples and stuff.
Yes,
or you
I
give
do.
a sample kit, just people to test out. But then listen, like actually follow her advice. Don't just
kind of know what I'm talking about.
Give her your money and take her product and go, I got it from here, because
you don't.
Yeah. You don't.
I mean, you do. You've got it. If you listen to what I say, I'll give you all the tools you need. She has the tools. She's just overusing the tools.
She told me how many, 2 drops of One Drop Wonder, no more than 7.
I told you no more than 5.
Oh.
You made up 7. But that's okay.
She saw me really shiny one day. She's like, what happened? I was like, but it feels so good.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah. Okay.
Stop that.
So,
I mean, keep going because, I mean,
well,
it's your money.
Before I go, okay, so I did all the travel size stuff, and I did have Sotox, and it fits nicely in this like little container now. And I put, because I remember you telling me I could mix the 1 drop with the Sotox, so I went ahead and mixed it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. See, now portion control. I saved myself from myself.
Because you don't want to waste your 1 drop wonder.
No,
Because it's gold. Liquid
that is gold.
Yeah, 100%. But did you save some 1 drop wonder just by itself?
Oh no. Yeah, I only put like.
Oh, okay, good.
I only put 2 full droppers in with this whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also put 1 drop in my toner. I basically mixed 1 drop wonder and everything that I've put on my face.
I mean, that's not bad.
Okay, good.
That's not bad.
Okay, see, I am.
1 drop wonder will fix cuts, scrapes, acne scars. I mean, like it does everything. It's anti everything. So
If you get a paper cut, or if you cut yourself with like a knife, like I do, or you don't know how you've cut yourself because you're accident prone, like I am, it days. You can watch it heal in real time.
yeah, 100%.
And it's
like
the
before your
craziest
eyes.
thing.
It's weird. I got rid of a fever blister one time in about 5 days. Literally 5 days.
I had because I also wash my hands every hour on the hour. We're going to discuss this off camera to get to the bottom of why.
She's gonna get hand sanitizer.
Yes.
And use that instead because it's moisturizing.
Yes. But it was starting to crack my skin, and I used the 1 drop wonder, and within 2 days it was all healed.
Yeah.
What is in it?
It's just Palmafira oil. It's pure essential oil.
Where does it come from?
Do you know what an Osage orange is, or a horse apple, or a hedge ball, or a... Okay, it's a green, big ball. It's bumpy. Okay. It looks like kind of brains.
Okay.
But it's bright lime green.
Okay.
And you find them on the side of the road in West Texas. They're in Iowa, which is where this product actually originated from. They're in Iowa, all over the place. But it's actually the cold pressed oil from the seed of that fruit.
So if I see one of these fruits on the side of the road, do not cut it in half and rub it all over me.
No, do not. It is disgusting.
What's that fruit that smells really bad?
I don't know.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but I have no idea what it's called.
It's like this big.
Oh, a jackfruit?
Yes.
Yeah. They taste really yummy.
They taste yummy, but you have to wear the gloves.
Yes, because they stink.
And the mask. Smell off.
It would be advisable.
I want to taste. I want to try it.
You want to try it?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Because you can make like vegetarian pulled pork out of that.
Agriculture corner, taste testing corner.
No, let's not get into taste testing shit because I don't do good with food that's disgusting. I'll throw up on camera.
Oh, that's true. You have a gag.
Uh-huh.
All right.
You can taste it.
No. When I envisioned that corner, it was totally you.
You know.
Okay, no. All right.
Can't handle it. Sorry.
All right.
What's gonna happen?
Well, coming live from Texas for the first time ever, Untamed podcast. Yes.
Woohoo!
Okay, we're gonna get out of here
We're gonna go to bed
and wish you guys a
happy week. And we'll see you Saturday
live.
Wait, what's Saturday? I feel like I have something. I'm having people over to my house on Saturday, but we're gonna go live anyway.
Okay, what time are they coming?
4.
Oh, we have time.
We have time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see you Saturday.
I got a text.
Ooh. Okay, guys.
All right.
We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.